Where are you going, dude? Let's get this. Fuck! What's going on, YouTube? It's Morse Mode, but it's a guy thing. And we're going to be doing things a little bit different, as you can see, or as you have seen, whatever the case may be. With the whole quarantine thing, this is kind of what we're going to be looking at from, moving forward. We're going to do the pick six a little bit different as well, since I'm going to actually be on my feet and not in the thing. And running out of space in the refrigerator, so I've had to make certain adjustments to how I do things. So like I will just be drinking one can at a time. But today's pick six is Terrapin Golden Ale. Back in the day, I'd say around like 2015, 2016-ish, Terrapin had Golden Ale, and it was you could only get it in Georgia. It was the only one of theirs that they didn't ship out, that they just kept in Georgia. Now, I am not certain that this is the same one. Obviously, the can is a little bit different. Those that know about Terrapin, they always got their little turtle on there. It said Golden Ale at the bottom, and it had like a turtle, like whitewater rafting and shit. This can is obviously a little bit different, but it still says Golden Ale. It also does not say exclusively sold in Georgia. So we're going to find out if it's the same one or not. Another thing that we're going to be doing today is we are going to be making a man-sized, it's a guy thing sized BLT.
Say what?
The only thing that I'm going to do a little bit different is, instead of using lettuce, because lettuce is completely flavorless to me, I'm going to use spinach. So I guess it will be a BST.
Huh?
I don't know. We're gonna also talk about a movie called Ready or Not, which was a 2019 comedy horror movie. I'm going to give my review on that. So, without further ado, let's get working on this BLT, huh? The movie was so good, I had to watch it twice. I actually rented it from Redbox, so I only had 24 hours to watch it. Normally, like when I rent movies online, you have 48 hours, and I'll generally like watch it one day and then the next day, but this one I had to watch twice in one day. But it is really good. Some of the it's not as gory as I thought it would be, but there was some parts in there that was kind of like ugh. But it was also done very humorously. And I would definitely give this movie a 7. It's definitely worth watching. And forgive me if I'm speeding through this. We're trying, with the quarantine, trying to get everything a little bit going quicker for us. And plus my bacon is cooking in the back. Okay, now that I've attended to that, where was I? I gave it a 7, and I gave it a 7 because the acting was awesome. The humor was right there where I like for it to be, like right on spot, especially with the type of humor they were going for. It wasn't like silly, like slapstick, like type humor. It was like dry and witty humor, which I also appreciate. Like I said, I loved what little bit of gore there was in there. I thought it was done really well. And because I enjoyed this movie so much, I want to share at the same time the Babe of the Week. because the babe of the week is Samara Weaving, who is the star of Ready or Not. Now, having said that, I knew going into it that I was going to enjoy it because I am a fan of other things that I've seen Samara Weaving in. And again, this movie falls kind of right in same place with the movies that I've seen her do before. The Babysitter, you can check it out on Netflix. It is absolutely hilarious. I love that movie. Mayhem with fuck me, I can't remember his name, but it's the Glenn from The Walking Dead. Them two characters are really awesome in that movie. And like as far as like the comedy horror genre goes, Samara Weaving definitely gets my thumbs up on it because she's beautiful, she's sexy, she's hot, and she's funny. Like her movies are funny. She needs to definitely stick with the whole realm that she's going in on, because I think she's found a niche and it works, especially for people like me who love horror and comedy. And I don't know if like she's kind of thinking the same thing, because she might, like, I know how some like big movie stars, they're like, I don't want to get like typecast, and I guess with her just kind of like starting out, she probably doesn't want to get typecast either. She probably wants to go out and, you know, branch into some other things. But Samara Weaving, it's a guy thing, babe of the week. And I'm definitely going to give her, a 7 too. Because she's, yeah, a 7. Most definitely a 7. Now, I believe we were almost at the greatest time where we can start picking up this bacon. We are huge bacon lovers over here at It's a Guy Thing. Woo! I'm sure you guys have already seen that. Huge bacon lovers. And this is one of my favorite brands of bacon. Alright, I'm going to actually let that one cook for just a second longer. Whoa. That was almost bad. So, let me grab another beer and we will start looking into making this BLT. We now have our bacon off of the stove. I got beard. And so, I do want to point out, I generally like more man-sized tomatoes than this little baby nutsack that did have 2 on there, but I used 1 for hamburgers. Because of everything that's going on right now, you obviously know that there's a lot of shortages like everywhere on everything. So I'm kind of just like delegated to what I can find and apply it to what I want to do. So we're going to go ahead and cut this baby up. Rinse it off real quick. Get my trusty, my trusty nut, because it's not in there. Get my trusty, wow. Okay, maybe I'm retarded. You know, don't you just hate it when women just move things? Like, I'm in the middle of the show. Where are the knives? Like, the good knives. You know what I mean? Like, not the little bullshit steak knife, not the samurai sword paring knife that we never use. Where is our vegetable cutting knives? Women, please, when you start moving shit around, let us know. at least twice, because the first time we're probably not going to hear you. So 2 times at least. Or leave a note in the kitchen. Hey, if you're looking for the knives, check here. But luckily, I'm a guy. I've got this shit figured out. This is actually my favorite knife to use, like cutting vegetables, especially like soft vegetables, like this, and that's my Gerber Gator. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna cut some really good semi-thick slices, because like you definitely want to taste your tomato with your bacon. And I'm thinking 4 slices. No, you know what? I'm wrong. 3. 3 slices are gonna be what you want, and that's really all I've got out of this tomato. Now I'm a simple man. I will just put a little bit of mayonnaise on here. A little bit of mayonnaise on here, and I will spruce it up. And I'm also a huge fan of Nature's Own honey wheat, especially with BLT. Oh my God. You know, if somebody told me 10 years ago, one day, told you the fridge was full. If somebody told me 10 years ago that I would be filming myself making sandwiches on YouTube, I would look at them like they're crazy. But here I am, making sandwiches on YouTube. Now, I'm not going to use my gator to spread the mayonnaise. We will stack up this beautiful, beautiful bacon. It's a guy thing. BLT sandwich. When you look at this, after I create this, you will be like, damn. It is a guy's sandwich. Any way you look at it. Yeah, there we go. All right, what we need now is our organic superfood blend. So I don't have just spinach. What I hate about this is I don't like the smell of it. And it's because it has kale in it. I'm very upset with this. I could just be overreacting. Like, maybe my scent is just jaded. Another thing that I hate is sifting through all this stuff and just picking out the spinach, because I do not eat kale. That was a phenomenal BLT. Amazing. I loved it. Good and full now. So now it's my favorite time of the episode is when I get to talk about this beer. It's my favorite time. Let me just show you guys the can one more time. What are you doing here? Terrapin Golden. Now, after drinking through these, I do want to say that I do believe that this is the same one from back in the day. Now, I used to really love this back in the day. As my taste has grown into more of a different direction, like I typically lean a little bit more towards, really the only way that I can say it is like harsher beers with like more of a strong taste to it, and albeit a lot more alcohol. But this, there's a piece of bacon floating in my beer. There is a piece of fucking bacon floating around in my beer. We'll see if we can. There's bacon. I love bacon and I love beer, but I don't like shit floating around in my beer. Okay. Where was I? Yeah, this is the same. If memory serves me correct, this is the same. They must have just changed the can and the artwork on it a little bit. But this is a super easy drinking beer. Like, you could sit outside and drink this shit all day. It's 4.6 alcohol, so you could probably drink a lot of them. But if this was back in 2016, I would probably give this beer a 9. But considering how much I've grown over time, I'm going to pull it down and give it an 8. And again, the only reason why I'm going to give it an 8, it's a craft beer, it's easy drinking, it's 4.6, which are all great. But craft beer generally runs a little bit at a higher price. And sometimes cost has to go into effect because I can't afford to buy as much beer as I would need for an all-day drinking type thing for this. And but so that's why I'm going to pull it down. If I've said it before in another video, you could go check it out, that if they came out with like a 15 pack of this, I could. I would probably buy it every weekend. But I just can't see myself purchasing this unless, one, they did like a 15 pack at like, obviously at a little bit like more reduced price. Like I think like some will do like a 15 pack and they'll be like 3 beers free or some shit like that, and it'll be like $20. I can do that. Unless I just don't plan on drinking. Say I'm just gonna be going to like a little picnic or something where I'm only gonna be drinking 6 beers. Perfect. Yeah, I'll pick up a 6-pack then. But as far as all day drinking, especially like the way that I like to do it, I will skip this every time. But yeah, so I'm definitely gonna give it an 8. It tastes good. I wish it was cheaper so I could buy more of them. And honestly, I haven't really seen this. Another reason why I've probably quit drinking it as much too is because I just don't see it hardly anymore. Or maybe now that like I see that they've changed the can, maybe I'm just looking for the wrong stuff. So on that note, with my bacon flavor last swallow, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Please subscribe, hit the like button, click the little bell, drop comments down below. We don't really have anything set up for another episode because all travel is restricted. So you won't see us going to the Mayan ruins. You won't see us going to the pyramids of Egypt just yet. That's shit that we have lined up, but obviously we're gonna have to wait for this coronavirus to skedaddle, and we'll have to let you know. We are both still writing. We're still coming up with ideas of what we can do. So the content's still going to be coming. Just our travel is going to be restricted. Peace out, guys. It's a guy thing, yo.